Good morning. Please, I want to quickly discuss about something here because this is getting alarming as well. So, why is it majority of the marriages that came together from Africa, from Nigeria most time, do scatter whenever they get to abroad? You could come in through any means, either being student, one a student, the major applicant, and the other being a dependent. Or care worker, whatsoever. But along the line, why do all these marriages do scatter? After spending a year, 2 years in the United Kingdom. When you are in Nigeria, some of these women, they worship their husband like a small lord. But once they get to abroad, things begin to change after a while. I want us to all look at things this way. Sometimes it is not easy, and we know it is not easy. When you come to abroad, there are so many things you need to understand, especially the unpronounced words. You understand? What your husband told you when you were coming abroad was, "Oh my dear, let's relocate to abroad." So this will be called the unsaid in the said. The unsaid in the said. I will use something as an example before I go further into this talk. Or two things as an example before I continue with what I want to say. Just like every parent, they will tell you, "I want to send my children to school." That is the said. You understand what I'm saying? That is the said. Now, coming back to the unsaid in the said. The unsaid is behind the mind of every parent. It is the joy that after sending you to school, when you get back and when you get a good job, it is your own responsibility to look after them back after they must have looked after you to a certain stage. That is the word, the clause unsaid. But the said is, "Let me send my children to school." But the unsaid in this topic is that he or she may look after me when I grow old. But parents don't pronounce this out. So the clause unsaid, you understand? This unsaid is what is causing majority of the divorce when they get abroad. You understand? This is the basic cause of many marriages that do crash when they come abroad. Most time, the joy in it is the said, "My dear, let's relocate abroad." Either the wife or the husband will be happy, "Oh, we are going abroad." But the unsaid now in this place is, when we get to abroad, we begin to share bills. Now problem happens. You know, sometimes if the man is the main applicant here, then he only has right to work 20 hours and he needs to go to school. So with this, most time, you see the wife will feel somehow uncomfortable because she needs to do majority of the bills, to pay bills and do many other things, which is not used to from Africa, from Nigeria. When women in Nigeria do worship their men was when men was the sole person taking what? The responsibilities. But now reverse is what? Reverse is the case. If a man in Nigeria, if you provide everything for the family, then if you are going to work by 6 a.m. or 7, your wife must prepare your breakfast, prepare your lunch, put it in your bag, and provide what? Your dinner. And then she begins to worship you. But here, when you come abroad, the system change. If the man is the student, like I said, so the wife needs to work and carry majority of the bills. Now, do you think this kind of woman will still keep worshiping this man? That is the first question. Sometimes, when the women go to work, some men still have this kind of mentality as well of, I'm the man. Sometimes you go to school, you have just one lecture, then you come back home, and you keep your phone browsing all day. You don't support your wife in doing some things at home. These are some of the basic things that do come what? That do cause all this problem. So if you are coming abroad as couples, we are crying out loud that two of you should need to understand that you are coming to a different system. You know? The system has changed completely. Sometimes when you go to work, you coming back in the morning, or if you go to morning shift, sometimes if you are doing 14 or 12 hours job and your wife is doing night or you doing night, sometimes you don't even see yourself. Most time you meet at the road. That is if you are passing through the same route. So the man too needs to understand that now this is different from Africa, where sometimes you put your leg on the table and everything is being prepared for you. You need to understand the system here that everybody has something doing. And to the wife, that you are the one carrying the bills, it's a question of time. Every study has an expiring date, has a graduating date. You both need to manage yourself for this short period. Some courses is between a year, some is between a year and 2 years. So if you cannot manage yourself for 2 years, for a year with this kind of situation, where is the love? So, majority of time, many people when they come from Africa, getting here, they become something else. And the woman as well. Forget about paying bills. You need to still respect your husband. He's your husband. You knew when he was in Nigeria and when he was working, he was providing for the family. Now it's a question of time. You need to understand him. So, I would just advise, like I said, you need to understand yourself well. I wouldn't want to say much on this anymore. A word is enough for the wise. If this is the first time you are coming across our page, kindly like our videos and share this video. Help us share, follow our page, and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Truth Talk Arena. Thank you so much. Thank you.